One. Will my mommy please part on me? Ah, it's sunny.
Hi guys, it's Andrea. Welcome back to the YouTube for the Codex Club. Today I'm going to be talking about the third trimester of my second pregnancy with my daughter Penelope, and kind of the first couple months of having a newborn and multiples. It's been a lot, which is why I haven't really posted lately, even though like before this I was posting every week, and I would like to get back to that. I've been enjoying doing these kind of like mom videos more than my like small business creative videos lately, so I hope that you guys have been enjoying the ride with me. So anyway, third trimester, I'm going to get into kind of like the tips that I found that made life easier, especially because this pregnancy was a lot different than last pregnancy. You know, I found that my body was just different. I had to like eat differently, and when I was pregnant last, it was during the pandemic, so you know, I just was able to focus on myself and like self-care a little bit more, rather than running around with my like 2-year-old all the time and like moving to a new house. So yeah, I'll get into that, like preparing for baby and second baby, and the first couple months with Penny were a little bit rough, I'm not gonna lie. I think that the transition from 1 to 2 was more difficult than going from no kids to having kids. It's just, you know, I've heard it said before that like you're preparing emotionally and like mentally with your first, and that with your second it's like a logistical thing. You know, it's not so much like I'm becoming a mom now, how do I feel, how is life going to change, and now it's like, okay, how do we fit 2 car seats into the car, how are we going to do like nap times. So I think that yeah, that'll be an interesting thing to get into. And if you guys have any tips for you know, being a new mom of 2, please leave them for me and let me know how you guys are doing and like what did you do. I'd really appreciate it. Alright, so preparing for Penny, I think the biggest thing for me was setting up my like birth bundle in the bathroom. You know, last time I had so much stuff from the hospital, like big pads and witch hazel and these like liners that you put in, and I just wasn't really, it was very different last time because I got an epidural, and I'll include a link to that video below or up here in the bar above my face. But yeah, like I think that because there was help, you know, I wanted to do an all-natural birth, but I just at the very end like couldn't, you know, I was so scared about what to expect. I was freaked out because due to COVID, like I couldn't have a doula, I couldn't have my parents. It was really only Mark who was allowed, and that was only because I got a negative test. Like I was thinking like, oh my god, I might even have to do it without Mark if I had a positive or even a false positive. So yeah, I just think that the recovery took a lot longer. I had to use like all the things from the hospital, and then, you know, a kit from Frida Mom, the hospital care kit. I really recommend it. It had everything I needed and was by far my favorite brand, and I tried a bunch of different things, but that was my favorite. I couldn't even like go to the bathroom or walk for like weeks, you know, easily at least, and so I'm so thankful that my husband was able to take a little bit of time, and you know, we had to work from home at that point because of the pandemic, so I was able to just like lean on him a little bit until I was able to like walk and carry my baby in the sling and just kind of feel like myself again. So that recovery and the prep for that was what I was like, you know, scared of, and so I got like all this stuff. You know, my sister got me the Bodily PostPartum box, which was also really nice, and then I got myself a Frida box again with like a, I think it was like through the registry, so like someone helped me get it, but it was still like what I wanted. So those things were all set up for me. I had like comfortable socks, comfortable everything. I actually bought myself maternity clothes this time. I really didn't do that last time. So yeah, I just was really like thinking I was going to be suffering, but this second time, all of the pain was really in delivery, because I got to the hospital too late. Again, the first time I went to the hospital, I think a little too early, so they were like, oh, you're like not even, if you're not going to give birth soon and not going to let us induce you, you should go home and sleep. And then this second time, I was like, I don't want to get turned away again. I'm just going to wait and listen to my body. And, you know, I have my mother-in-law and Mark, like, you know, talking me down. They're like, just breathe. If you feel okay, if you feel, just listen to yourself. You've been through this. And we were on the road, and my contractions were so frequent that the app was like, be near a hospital, be there now. And I was like, oh my God, we still have like, and it came so fast. I swear I would have given birth on the side of the road if we had tried to go from this new house to that original hospital where I had Aoife. So like, thankfully we got there, and in 15 minutes I was like pushing. Like, that's how fast it was. That's how close I was to not making it. So there just wasn't time to do the epidural, and I was basically like put in a position where I had to give birth naturally, which is what I wanted, but like, you know, it in the moment it hurt so much. I did kind of cave. I was like, someone help me, like I changed my mind, you know. But I'm really proud of myself in the end, that I was able to do that, and that, you know, Penny was healthy, and you know, we just got so lucky. That isn't the norm for so many people, and women suffer a lot. Like, I respect it now in a way that I like just couldn't have known before. So that being said, when we got home, because I think my body went through that and like prepped for it and was like in labor without the pain medication, I didn't have tears like I did before. I think I was just able to kind of like be dilated on my own, and so yeah, it just was a lot better recovery. Like, I didn't have to, I could go to the bathroom before I was like discharged from the hospital. I was able to like take care of my toddler and like pick her up like a lot sooner after giving birth. And so I was really grateful that, you know, her introduction to her sister didn't also include losing me more, you know, in the first couple days and weeks. She had been really like excited, and we'd gotten her some books. One recommendation I have is to go to the library and get some of these big sister books, because, you know, she only really needs to keep maybe one or two as like a keepsake, and like there are others that are going to be fun to read once, and that maybe you don't need to keep, but that way she'll be reminded in different ways about what this transition might be like. My favorite one was I Am a Big Sister, or Big Sisters Are the Best. One of those, or both of them, were really nice. So she read up on it. It was a lot easier to kind of tell her about baby sis. We also had her give her a present, so she gave Penny a little hippo from Mark's brother, and a little bee from my brother. They'd given them to Penny, but like Eva presented them to her, and so I think she felt really special and was able to like cook cookies for her and like make dinner a few times. She's also, now that it's been 2 months, like she's helped zip Penny's pajamas up, or, you know, change the diaper, and she's also like scrubbed her in the bath with soap. She takes that really seriously, and it's super cute. So she's like that, and I do think that all the doctors suggested to me, like, try to include the older sibling as much as possible, try to have at least 15 minutes of just you guys a day. And so what I try to do, and if you guys have heard of Taking Cara Babies, I didn't know that until like Aoife was a few months old, and it really saved us. But I really watched up on that this time, and it has also helped, I think. Anyway, she also recommends 10 to 15 minutes, and thanks to that course, I also was able to see that every 3 hours, didn't know this the first time, Penny would be waking up and be up for around an hour. So there's this acronym EASY, Eat, Awake, Sleep, U Time. that also really helped me. So I would like feed Penny, then wake up, play with her, you know, so she's awake, I'm awake, EA, and then I would put her to bed, and instead of you time, that's when I would wake Aoife up. For some reason that just has worked for us so far, and that's when Aoife and I get our, you know, alone time. She gets to wake up with just me and tell me about what she's excited about for the day. We sometimes are even able to like make breakfast. And one thing that Mark and I have been doing is also like spending some time, just the two of us, before I go upstairs to wake up Aoife when we can. And that also really helps, just to like center and ground us and like not get too crazy, because when it's both girls needing me and Mark being really stressed with work and me not like communicating like what I need, or it just gets really hectic. So yeah, then Penny will wake up, and usually we're like finishing breakfast, so all four of us will eat, and then we'll have a few hours of play all together. I'll try to read a book to Penny. I've heard that one a day is really helpful, so we'll do that. Aoife can try and read to her. Sometimes like I'll sit, and then Aoife will sit on my lap, and then Penny will sit on her lap, and so that's really cute. And right now we're getting ready for Aoife to gear up for preschool, because at like a little after 2 years old, I think she's ready. Like she's so excited about kids, and she's gonna get a lot out of that. We're also starting her in soccer and dance, so I think like just now that she's a toddler, now that she has more energy, I just think it'll be really good for her, and it'll allow her to meet some friends in our new neighborhood, and that's been an adjustment as well. So yeah, I think I just kind of breezed into life with a newborn instead of like divvying it up like I thought I would, but that's how it's been. And I made like a few slideshows of how Penny's been growing, how we've been doing like little moments, so I'll just play those after this. But you know, thank you for watching this, and if you haven't subscribed, then please do. I'd love to keep in touch, and if you have been following, I'm so glad we got to catch up and check in, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Thanks.
Mommy,
Can you say it again, Aoife?
2.
How old?
B, 5 songs.
5 songs.
5 songs. 5 songs. Clap, 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 clam, clap, 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 clap. If a leg clap, our, legs songs. 5 songs.
You did 5 songs.
To be sister.
That's really nice.
I'm setting up baby puppy for my mommy be part of me.
So proud.
I'm warming up